Hello there, this is Cynthia Oliva of Cassiekoy Crochet. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be updated on my next videos. Anyway, on this video, you're going to learn on how to make these sunflower inspired shorts out of granny squares. So if your hips measures 33 to 34 inches just like mine, you can make granny squares using 2.5mm hook, but if wider, make use of 3mm hook. If smaller, then use 2.0mm hook. Now we are going to make 5 of these for my size. By the way, I have a separate video tutorial for the granny squares, so if you want to visit it, just click the link on the description box below. Now to start with your shorts, just grab your yarns with the same color as mine, your 2.5mm hook. Now you will be needing the following colors. We have the brown, yellow, light green, and the dark green. Okay, please prepare also your tapestry needle, tape measure, and a pair of scissors. Now if you're already done with your 5 granny squares, you can already start by joining them. Okay, so just grab your yarn and make a slip knot. And then insert your hook on the second chain from the 3 chains in the corner. So here we have 3 chains. So in the middle, on the second chain, you're going to insert your hook there. Grab the other granny square, and on the same stitch or same chain, insert your hook and make a slip stitch. Okay, and then to continue, you're going to insert your hook on the back loops. Okay, back loop on this one and on the second granny square here at the back loop. So we're gonna be making slip stitches. Okay, just continue on the back loop. Okay, and then make slip stitches. Okay, so this is what you're going to do to connect all 5 granny squares. Just repeat the same process until you reach the end of this, and don't forget to chain 1. Okay, so I'm almost done. Just don't forget to place or to include on the slip stitches the first and the second chain on the corner. Okay, include the first and the second chain on the corner. Okay, this is going to be the last slip stitch. And then chain 1. Okay, so you are going to repeat this for 5 times. Now I'm done joining the granny squares and I have formed the shorts already. So we will proceed now to the next step. Make 3 rows of double crochets for the waistline. First, you'll have to insert your hook and yarn and make 3 chains or 2 chains, which will be equivalent to 1 double crochet, and then place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches, and then on the chain space, place 1 double crochet. Okay? Just continue this until you reach the end of this row. Then I'll meet you when we reached here. Now we will be making decreases. Okay, so for the last time, double crochet, and here on the slip stitch, we're going to make 2 double crochets together. Okay, so 1 and 2, pull through, 3. Okay, so that will be our decreases. So 1, 2, 3, and then another 1 double crochet on the chain space, and then repeat the decrease on the corner here. So first, we will place 1 double crochet on the chain space, and then on the slip stitch here, we will make 2 double crochets together. So 1, and then on the space here is another 1. So we have 2 double crochets together, and then repeat this process until you finish this row. Okay, I'm almost done on the first round. So I'm going to make a decrease here. So just like what we did earlier. So on the chain space, I'm going to place 1 unfinished double crochet there and 1 on the slip stitch. Okay, here. So pull through 2 and pull through 3. Okay, and then slip stitch here. And don't forget to make 2 chains or 3 to begin on the third or the second round. Okay, here's my 3 chains now. And then you're going to place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches until you reach the end, and then slip stitch here on the 3rd chain. Okay, it will be very basic by now. Again, place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches and then slip stitch at the end. Again, don't forget to slip stitch here on the 3rd chain and chain 1 to end. Now what we did on the first and second round of this part for the waistline, we're going to do that again on the leg part. Now let's go back to the waistline. For round 3, start with 3 chains and then make a decrease. So 2 double crochets together. So here is our double crochet together. Pull through all of them and then place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches. And we're going to make decreases on the middle part of the granny square and on the slip stitches. Okay, so here is where we're going to make decreases. Again, don't forget to place a decrease here on this part. So just place 2 double crochets together. Just like that. And then proceed on the next stitches with 1 double crochet on each of them. Okay, at this point, we're going to have another decrease. Okay, just place 2 double crochets together here on top of the slip stitches that we made earlier. Okay, pull through 3 and continue with 1 double crochet on each of the stitches until you reach the middle part and on top of the slip stitches. So you're just going to repeat this process until you reach the end. And then slip stitch on the 3rd chain. Okay, so repeat there. And here we are, we're almost done on the 3rd row. Okay, so we're done with the double crochet together on this part in the very beginning. So I'm just going to place 1 double crochet here and slip stitch on the 3rd chain that I did earlier. Okay, and to close this, don't forget to chain 1. So at this point, we're going to make the waistband. Just make 15 chains Now we're done with the 15 chains, so you just turn your work, and then we will be working on the back loops. Okay, here you skip one chain from the hook, and on the next just make a single crochet and do this repeatedly until you reach the last stitch or the last chain. Okay, so in total you must have 14 chains. You can have as long as you want, you can make less. Okay, you can just have 10 chains or more than 15 depending on what you want. Okay, so at this point I am placing one single crochet on each of the stitches. Okay, don't forget to do this at the back loops. Okay, this is my last single crochet for this round, and then chain one, and then turn your work and continue placing one single crochet on the back loops. Okay, place one single crochet on the back loops. As you can see, we have two chains there or two loops there on each of the stitches. So you're going to work on the back loops, okay, not on the front. And then just continue working on this until you reach the end of this row. So for this particular waistband, I made 144 rows. Okay, so just like what we did on the previous row, just chain one to start a new row and then single crochet on each of the back loops. Now at this point, I'm almost done. So here's my waistband. As what I mentioned earlier, I made 144 rows of this. Now you're just going to repeat what you did in joining the granny squares. So we will be making slip stitches, okay, on this one. Remember, we will be working on the back loops. Okay, so the back loop of the right side and the back loop of the left side, and then slip stitch. Okay, so just repeat the same process as what you did earlier in the granny squares. Now here's my waistband. So after this, actually you don't have to cut the yarn. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It looks shorter than the shorts, but of course it will stretch later. Now just grab your tapestry needle and let's connect this, or let's weave the waistband to the shorts. Okay, so just do exactly as what I did, or if you have any idea about any tips on how to weave two projects, then do that. So the number of stitches I have on the shorts is 144. That's the reason why I made 144 rows of single crochets. So you're just going to weave one stitch to an opposite row. And continue doing this until you finish. Now when you finish this, divide your shorts into two so that we can proceed to the crotch. Okay, so we will be dividing this for the leg part. Now I will be making a crotch that is long as 5 inches. So if you want shorter than this, if you want to make 4 inches, it's okay. Okay, so after inserting the hook and the yarn, make chains again as long as 5 inches. Now I'm done. I will be connecting it on the other side. Okay, just slip stitch and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now at this point, I will be inserting my hook here on the very first double crochet. So just make 3 chains there. And then place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches, including the chain space. And then we will make a decrease on top of the slip stitches that we made in the granny square. Okay, so just continue by placing 1 double crochet on each of the stitches and pause when you reach on top of the slip stitches that we made on the granny squares. Okay, so every time you reach at this point, we are going to be decreasing. Okay, so make 2 double crochets together. So this is our first double crochet, 1, and then the second one will be on the chain space here at the corner. Okay, so double crochet, pull through 2 and 3. Okay, and then continue placing 1 double crochet on each of the stitches and repeat the decrease when you reach the top of the slip stitches. Now I'm reaching the crotch. Okay, you will just simply place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches here, just like what we did earlier. So this round is almost done. You just place 1 double crochet on the chain space and then slip stitch on the 3rd chain that we did in the beginning of this round. Okay, so make 3 chains to begin the 2nd row or round and place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches. Again, you are just going to simply place 1 double crochet on each of the stitches here. And then slip stitch on the 3rd chain in the beginning of this round. Okay, and chain 2, which will be equivalent to 1/2 double crochet, and then place 1/2 double crochet on each of the stitches and slip stitch again at the end. Okay, so the leg part will be almost 20 inches. Okay, so it's more than 9.5 times 2 equals almost 20 inches. Okay, at this point, we're going to create the ruffles. Just start with a slip knot, insert your hook on any chains here, and then work on the front loop. Okay, so we will be placing an alternate of 2 and 3 double crochets on each of the front loops. Okay, so start with 3 chains, which will be equivalent to 1 double crochet, and then place another 1 double crochet on the same stitch. On the next front loop will be 3 double crochets. Okay, and 3, and then on the next will be 2 double crochets. And then continue this process until you reach the end of this round. And then when you're done, just slip stitch on the third chain that we did. Okay, and then chain 1. Okay, so here it is. So we're done with our shorts. The last thing that we're going to make is the ribbon lace. So I used double pull of my yarn and changed the hook into 3mm. Okay, start with a slip knot and then make chains as long as you want. Okay, so here's my ribbon lace. So now I'm going to insert this on the waistband. Make sure to insert this on the upper part of the waistband so that it would look better when you wear it. Okay, so here they are. If you want, you can add tassels on the ribbon lace. So that will be optional. Alright, so this is our shorts now. So I will be showing you how do I make my tassels. Okay guys, at this point, we're done with our sunflower crochet shorts. But I also have another sunflower crochet top. You could also pay a visit. Now I will just put the link on the description box below. So here they are. I have my sunflower inspired crochet top and shorts. I hope that you learned something from me on this video. So if you do, please hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet. You can also suggest any video that I could make. So that's it. Thank you for watching.